Check this out. Hey, come check this out. See what we're looking at. This right here, this is Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company, its market cap, it's valued at $52 billion. That's a $52 billion. Check this out. Now we're going to look at this one right here. This is General Motors. This one is valued at $83 billion. But here's the one that's crazy. This is the one that made us pause for a second. Tesla. Tesla is valued at $679 billion bucks. Like, what the heck? What in the world is Tesla doing? They're an electrical car manufacturer. So I went right here into Google. Check this out. I went into Google and I typed in electrical cars to see what would come up. And look at all of these electrical cars that are coming up. What's happening is the way that we are going about powering our cars has completely changed. Check this out. Let me show you what I mean. Look at this. See those solar panels up on top of my roof? These solar panels are now literally powering my house. And because of a technology like that, it's actually changing the way we do everything. As soon as I show this to you and you see it, you're going to immediately understand exactly what I mean. Check this out. Right here, this is what you call as a main panel. The solar power on top of my roof creates all the electricity. It feeds it into here, and then this feeds it into my house so I can power my house. What Tesla's discovered is if you put solar panels up on top of a house and like making your electricity like stupid cheap, right? You can feed it in here. This same thing can actually go in and literally power your vehicle. And people are finally catching on to this. And that's why you're seeing Tesla's like stock price just go through the roof. Check this out. Let me show you how solar is actually changing everything the way we know it. Okay, here is, like, for years and years and years, we've always had to work with the monopolies, the big players. If you look at your if you look at your monthly expenditures, here's probably 3 of your biggest expenditures that you have had every single month from the day that you can remember start paying bills. You probably had an electric bill, you probably had a natural gas bill, and you probably had a gas bill, okay, to power your cars, trucks, and vehicles and all that stuff. But here's the thing. Here's the problem that we have with those different providers of energy is this right here. This is a graph from the U.S. Department of Energy. What they're doing is they're showing the cost of energy over time, how it keeps going up and up and up and up and up because they don't actually control costs. Like if you notice in the last 30 days, the cost of gasoline has gone up $1 a gallon. Crazy, right? So let me show you. This is what is literally taking place and transpiring. So here's the process on electricity, okay? The electricity to manufacture it, they'll go out and they'll go get a resource, say like coal, okay? So here's the first step, coal. They produce the coal. Then the coal comes over here to step number 2, which is they'll take it to a power plant where they'll make electricity and then they'll feed that electricity into you, into your house, okay? That's the process. This is right here. This is a supply chain and this is actually big bucks. Well, the exact same process happens on natural gas is they've got to come over here. They've got to get a well. Then they take it to a place where they can store it. So they're going to store it in some sort of building, okay? And then they distribute it to you. This is big bucks also. Well, natural or gas has the exact same thing is they've got to go, a lot of it's offshore, onshore, fracking, whatever. But whatever it is, they're going to come get like the equivalent of a well. They're going to come over here and they're going to process it. Actually, gas has 3 steps because then they're going to take it to a gas station. Then it's finally going to make it to you. Right? See that process? Here's what's happening is when I went and put the solar directly on my house, I can now generate all the electricity, not through some difficult, complicated processing procedure, right? I don't have to do all this. Like this is old school. What I do is I put the solar right here, boom, boom, right on top of my house. That's mostly a house. I put it right on top of my house and I can now take and provide this. I can now provide that, and I can now provide the power to do that. And so when you look at Tesla, that is why the company is now valued at $679 billion bucks, because we can source it local at a substantially lower cost that can help us as the consumers to finally break free of these big businesses that largely operate on monopoly. So if you want to learn more, just click that little button down below. Just learn more about it. See how it's making a big difference, or it can make a big difference in your